Hey, hello there, everybody. How are you today? Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. Hey, I'm joining you. Excuse me, I'm joining you from my living room.
I love it. This is what I love doing, but I don't want my life to be
One second.
consumed by teaching people. I
Started my
enjoy
video
teaching.
a
I was
little
a
too early.
karate instructor before I became a real estate instructor. I love teaching.
Sorry about that. Little mix up in the technology. Let's get back to this. All right, now we're back on track. Hey, again, I'm in my living room. Oh man, you guys, welcome to another episode here. But I've got my challenge coming, my Build Your Wealth challenge coming up in October. And I tell you, there's so much preparation in order to get ready for an event like this. This is my first time doing an actual challenge. I've been teaching forever, but trying to get everything together, the marketing, get the team to develop the graphics, the website, get the marketing out for the ads. Oh, it's just a lot of work. I've been going probably, I get up about 4 o'clock in the morning, probably in bed at 10. I've been easily doing 12, probably 16-hour days, maybe even longer. It's nothing to me because I love it. I remember one time I had went to Little Rock, Arkansas to be trained as a martial arts instructor. We had to go to a camp for a week, do a lot of training, and the first day there, we did 16 hours of training. I think it was actually 12 in the field, maybe 4 with paperwork. I have never stayed up that long for anything. But in order to get certified and pass my test, hey, I had to do that. And I'll tell you, it was one of the most exciting things and memorable things that I've ever done, simply because it pushed me past my limits. It pushed me past what I ever thought was possible to stay up 16 hours a day, without, just focus on that one thing. So to do this, again, this is a culmination of the love of my life of teaching. And to actually see, look at the picture there, the graphic. It is so rewarding to have a team that can develop my image that I want to portray. And what I've done since 2001, actually, with teaching real estate. Actually, I've been involved with 40 years of real estate. I bought my first house when I was 20. So to see it and actually look at it is so exciting. So again, I'm just looking at this one picture that's up, and I finally have a team that gets what I'm trying to do, and they can portray that image, till its fullest extent. So there's a lot going on. This 5-day challenge, you guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. Again, I'd like for you guys to get registered so you can be a part of it, so I can take you through the step-by-step process that I'm going to go through. It's about a deal I found. This deal made me $40,000 in 1 hour. I've made much, much more. There was a time when I did like $100,000 in 39 days. I think I did another 100,000 in maybe 80 days, and maybe another 100,000 in 90 days or so. So, I've made more, but this is one property that, sometimes when you're in your evolution of real estate, there's certain properties that stand out for particular reasons. Now, again, this bank was owed $40,000, and I bought it for 10. Again, the bank was owed 40. I bought it for 10,000, and I bought it at a discount. Okay, and that's what I do. That's what I teach my students to do, and that's why they're so successful. Is because I teach them how to buy at a discount. That way, they get a great ROI. Okay, I bought this note for 25 cents on the dollar. I don't know of anybody out there that's buying real estate at that low of a price. So that means I got a 75% discount from the bank which means I bought it for 25 cents on the dollar. My monthly payments from that homeowner was $454.42 a month. So again, I bought it for 10. And if I'm getting $454.42, that's going to give me a 54% ROI. And this is the reason why I do this. Okay. Now, when I do this, which is becoming a bank, again, I'm just like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Countrywide, and Terry Bontemps. I'm a banker. I'm a real estate investor also, but my primary business is becoming the bank, owning the mortgage, paying a discounted price so that I can get a monthly payment, which gives me a 54% ROI, a return on my investment. Okay. Now, when I become the bank, hey, there's no maintenance. I don't do any maintenance. I don't touch the property. Think about it. If you own your house right now, does the bank do any work? Again, I'm the bank. See, I never painted. I never did any repairs. I never fixed any toilets. I didn't pay retail for the property. See, I don't pay full price when I invest in real estate. So I didn't pay retail. I never became the landlord, right? I never took title to the property. What I did is had a controlling interest in that piece of real estate. That house, I cut off a section and I control that part. And when I control that part, that allowed me to be able to get the 54% return, the $454.42 a month. I didn't become a landlord to earn that. I didn't have to own the property, rent it out, do all the work, maintenance, to get a check, a passive cash flow for $454.42. Passive cash flow per month. Okay, I didn't have any liability or management responsibilities. If anybody ever fell on the property and tried to sue someone, they wouldn't sue the bank of Terry Bontemps. They try to sue the owner. So again, I have no liability and management responsibilities. I didn't even need the owner's permission, you guys, to do what I did. Did you hear what I just said? I didn't even need the owner's permission to do what I did. And it's all perfectly legal. Very few people know about this. And this is one of the reasons why I'm bringing forth this 5-day training. Okay. I'm buying houses. I'm controlling, not buying, I'm controlling houses that are not for sale. This owner did not want to sell their property. They would have never sold it to a real estate investor if that's you, or a real estate agent. They never would have sold with a real estate agent. But because I'm the bank, okay, I was able to go in and cut off a piece of the house and control a certain section of it so that I could become and make a profit. Again, that's buying houses, or controlling houses, okay, that are not for sale. I never qualified for any loans. I didn't have to fill out any paperwork. This was a transaction between me and the bank. Bank of America says, hey, Terry, we're owed $40,000. I said, well, I'll give you $10,000 for your interest in this property. That piece that you've carved out, I want to buy your interest and assume everything you're owed for $10,000. And that's how I go into it, okay? Again, I never had my credit check, okay? I never pay real estate agents commission. When this transaction, when this owner of this property sells their house, my portion, my chunk says Terry Bontemps, the bank of Terry Bontemps, doesn't pay any real estate commissions. That's the owner's responsibility. The owner is responsible for the 6%. The owner doesn't come to Terry Bontemps and say, hey, look, Terry, you owe us a portion to help pay the closing costs and the real estate agent's commission. No. Not in my world, not in the banking world. That's just something we don't do. Hey, again, I don't pay escrow fees. I don't pay for no termite reports, no inspections, no title fees. I don't do any of that as the bank of Terry Bontemps, okay? And also in California, there's no 1/3 California withholding tax that I have to pay, okay? A lot of wholesalers, flippers, when they go out and they start doing this business, the state of California automatically takes 1/3 of that profit from that investor to go toward paying the taxes. Okay, because real estate investors in the past have made these profits on these houses and they haven't paid those taxes. So with that being said, the state says now we're going to take our money out first. That's kind of like Terry Bontemps does. He kind of takes his money out first when he does all of his analysis. He wants to know that number first. Okay, but most of all, again, I don't have that 1/3 California withholding tax taken out of my check. But most of all, there's no competition in what I do at Becoming the Bank. 99%, 97% of real estate investors, they're either wholesaling, they're fix and flipping, they're becoming a landlord, they're borrowing money from private lenders, hard money lenders, money partners. They're doing Airbnb and they're doing assisted living, most likely. There's also something called hoteling in there. But those are the primary ways that 97% of real estate investors are making their profits in real estate. There's only a small percentage in Terry Bontemps' world, maybe 2-3% at the most. And it's very rare we will all be on the same property. So I'm going to tell you like this, I don't have any competition. That may be strange to say, Terry Bontemps, because really every business you would think has competition, but not Terry Bontemps when I'm buying from banks. When I'm buying foreclosure properties, buying loans, buying bank notes from banks, directly from banks, I have no competition. No competition. So again, I'm sharing this case study of this $40,000 in 1 hour, how it transpired, so that you can see how this can be duplicated and scalable, okay, to properties that may be in your area. It really doesn't matter. I've invested in these bank notes, buying loans from banks in California, Nevada, Arizona, Illinois, New York, and Florida. It can be done anywhere. It's the perfect COVID business because all you do is you buy the loan, okay? You don't even have to see the property. You work out some details with the owner and you start receiving your checks. I never have to leave my house. I can go to the post office box and pick it up, or I can have it deposited directly into my account. I can have it wired. There is no personal contact with the owners of the notes that I own. I have no personal contact. We may have some phone calls. It's the best virtual business. It's the best real estate business set up for COVID. Now, on this property, the owner, okay, they didn't want to sell their house. They wouldn't have sold that house to a real estate investor. If you're a real estate investor right now, you're listening to me, they would have never sold that house to you. If you're a real estate agent, they would have never had you list their home because this owner wanted to keep their home. That was their primary purpose. They wanted to keep their home. Now that we're in COVID, you have a lot of people that want to keep their home that can't make their payments. And again, 97% of real estate investors, they don't have a program to help owners keep their home. I'm very rare. I'm one of a rare individual that has that ability because I own their mortgage. I can modify it and work with them, do some kind of payment arrangements to get them caught up on their loans. Okay? And then that's basically what the government has said during COVID. Hey, look, banks, you cannot foreclose on owners because we're trying to help them get on their feet since this COVID-19 hit 6 months ago. And one of the ways you got to do is stabilize the housing. Because if you don't stabilize the housing, you're going to have a lot of people homeless. You're going to have a lot of people moving in and out of houses and moving in with relatives. So the government said, look, let's put a moratorium so that the banks can't foreclose. And there's been a lot of landlords, I'm one of them, where they said, hey, you can't evict the tenants. And if for some reason, maybe the tenants is not paying, there's a percentage of the landlords out there, which again is going to be my business and it should be your business also. There's a percentage of landlords out there that said, hey, look, I want to try to make a living being a landlord. I want to buy a house and I'm going to put a tenant in there, and they put the tenant in and give the tenant a nice house. And all of a sudden the government comes in and says, hey, look, no. The tenant doesn't have to pay you. But yet that landlord still has an obligation to pay the bank. Because of the moratorium, they don't have to pay right now. But guess what? That bill is going to come due. That bill is going to come due to where that landlord has to pay the bank. And the bank's going to want their money. The landlord may not be able to get that money. So right now, my tenant owes me probably about $8,000. I don't think I'll ever get it. But fortunately for me, I've been doing this long enough. I understand you got to hold some reserves, and I'm not strapped with financial anxiety. I don't have debt. I own those properties free and clear. So the only thing I'm paying is property tax. So that tenant, by not paying me, if I wouldn't be in the financial position I am, and if I wasn't financially stable, not having that $8,000 was the money that most people will send to the bank to make the mortgage payments. That $8,000 is not going to be there. So now you got a problem. You got a landlord who's going to be a don't wanter. You got a landlord with debt that can't make their monthly payment to the bank. So they're going to need a solution. If they want to keep that house, Terry Bontemps can help them do that. If they want to sell that property because they're no longer interested in being a landlord, Terry Bontemps can do that also. Terry Bontemps can get that landlord a little moving money, let me take over those payments where the person's not making them, and I'll try to work it out, make those payments, and I'll try to make a profit from that house. That's just what Terry Bontemps does. That's what Terry Bontemps is going to teach you guys in this 5-day wealth building challenge that he's going to have. Oh, you guys are going to love it. You're going to hear some perspectives about real estate that you may not have never, ever heard before in your life. And I'm bringing it to you because I've been doing this for the last 19 years, buying from banks, but I've been a real estate investor for 40 years. Okay, I bought my first house again in 1980. So again, that's kind of like a little overview about this property. Now, again, I want to tell you guys this. This property made me 5 different paychecks. I've never received 5 different paychecks on one house. Think about that. I don't think there's anybody on this line. I don't know of anybody, okay, that's gotten 5 different checks. And I mean, I wasn't a landlord collecting 5 months of rent here. Okay, so I got a $29,514 check. That was my first check that I got from this homeowner. Again, now I bought it for $10,000, you guys, and automatically, boom, I get a $29,514 check. I got my $10,000 back, and then I got $19,514 as a profit by me becoming the bank. I got another check for $5,936. And then I got another check for $4,000. I collected some monthly payments of $450, $442. And then I collected maybe 1 or 2 payments at $150 a month. 5 different checks, you guys. 5 different checks. Hey, I just want to tell you about the 5-day challenge, okay? The 5-day challenge for real estate investors begins soon. It's October 5th. Okay. Now, if you want to get started with me earlier and you know that you want to be coached, mentored, and trained by me because I'm giving you a discount now instead of waiting to the 5th, right now, if you join, you're probably looking at 50% off of the price that I want to charge once I move forward into the launch. You may be able to get it for less. Okay. I'm planning on probably about $6,000 for the one-on-one personal training that I'm going to be offering. Well, I'll be working with you on a one-on-one basis, kind of helping you launch your business. That's $6,000. We're going to have one at a lower price. That's going to be like $995, but that's going to be many to one. That's going to be a group to one. And there's no personal, you don't have my phone number to call and ask questions. That's just going to be 2 group trainings a week, 8 a month, 100 in that 1 year. So if you're ready to go now, I advise you to give me a call because, again, prices will not be lower. I've got an incredible value to offer you guys right now. If you go to buildyourwealthchallenge.com, buildyourwealthchallenge.com, just go to the bottom of the page. You're going to see over $3.4 million of profits that my students in those video testimonials have made. Just those, I think it's like 15, 16 videos. Okay, of those students, they've made over $3.4 million of profit. My students are making the most money per deal in the country. Let me say that again. My students are making some of the most money per deal in the country. One student, top of the line, made $1.2 million in 1 hour from what I just talk to you about becoming the bank. He bought a commercial property. He bought a commercial note, and it's on 1 acre of land of 70,000 square feet. $1.2 million in 1 hour. That's a record. I don't know if anybody's breaking records like that. So, again, go to Build Your Wealth Challenge, go to the bottom of the page, look at the testimonials. And again, hey, look, I just had one of my students that's homeless. He's 28 years old. He's been homeless for 3 years. He just collected his first flip check, $3,000. He lives out of his truck. Been homeless for 3 years, and 6 months into COVID, he flips his first property for $3,000. Let me tell you guys this, that $3,000 to him is probably like that $1.2 million that my student made. Okay? It's all relevant. It's all good, especially when you're profiting. So again, I can talk about the 1.2 million, but I guarantee you the student that made it 3,000 is just as happy, more excited, and more enthused about real estate because he knows at 28, he's got a long life ahead of him. And if he stays with real estate, he could accumulate 1.2 million, or he could end up making 1.2 million himself. I got another student during COVID. He was just watching my videos on YouTube. Oh, come on. He's watching my videos on YouTube. He's not even in my coaching program. And he goes out, he makes $2,500 on a flip. He didn't have to use his money. He didn't have to use his credit. That's the kind of information that I'll be giving you so that you can do the same things. Hey, my coaching program is proven. All we got to do is put you in and see if we can get it to work for you. I'm going to coach you, teach you, train you, mentor you, and support you 100%. If you get out there and you take what I'm giving you, you put it into action, we're going to hopefully see some results. Can't promise it, but guess what? I've been successful so far. I don't see myself stopping now. Okay, again, you can join me for the live trainings, or you can view the recordings. You can view the recordings in my private Facebook page, which is called Bank Foreclosure Millionaires. Bank Foreclosure Millionaires, okay? You can go to buildyourwealthchallenge.com, get registered. You can view those testimonials that I talked about at the bottom of the page. Oh my gosh, over $3.4 million of profit made with just the students in those videos. There's other students that I didn't even put in there because I didn't want to have this page be 50, 60 videos long. I think it's about 14, 15, 16 videos. Okay. Again, I told you about the student I teach that's homeless. He's been homeless for 3 years. He flipped his first property a few weeks ago. 6 months into COVID, made $3,000 without using any of his own money and his credit. He didn't even see the house that he flipped. Another student made $2,500 from just watching my YouTube videos, and this was done again during COVID. My program is made for COVID, you guys. Again, I started in 2001 buying these loans from banks, okay? Did really well. 2008, the Great Recession, buying loans from banks. And here we are in 2020, and I'm telling you what, it's perfect for COVID. Okay, again, I told you about the other student that made $2,500, again, just from watching my YouTube videos, and this was done again during COVID. He didn't use any of his money or credit either, and I remind you again that this was done during COVID. So what I'm going to do right now, I made a video that you can listen to. I want you to listen to it, see if it resonates with you. If you feel like you can know me, trust me, and like me, I'd love to have you get started in my coaching and mentoring program. Or if you want to go through the 5-day challenge, feel free to. But again, I just want to give you my number. It's 916-470-3869. Give me a call. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. Give me a call so I can talk to you at 916-470-3869. Hey, let's enjoy this video. Hey, hello everybody. Hello, hey, it's Terry Bontemps. Wow, another exciting day in the world of real estate. We are moving so fast right now. Oh man, it's so exciting to be going this fast. But hey, I just wanted to let you know, I'm pre-launching. I'm in pre-launch stage right now. I'm launching on October 5th, my Build Your Wealth Challenge. Buying from banks. It's going to be 5 days
of live training. Going to have practice videos. Going to have curriculum training videos. We're going to be playing my game, which is called Bank Foreclosure Millionaires, a house flipping game that uses gamification to teach investors how to invest in real estate. It's a highly interactive game that we're going to go 3 levels, which is wholesaling, fix and flip, and landlord. Well, I'll be walking you through every single detail I use to teach my students how to make money in real estate. Hey, there's actually 11 ways in the game how you can profit from one house. But in those 3 days, we're only going to be covering wholesaling. Again, wholesaling, fix and flip, and landlord. Okay? Again, you guys, the challenge is going to be at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific for 5 days of personal, highly interactive mentoring on how you can multiply your money, increase your income, and build wealth buying foreclosure properties directly from banks. Let me say it one more time. It's 5 days of personal, highly interactive mentoring on how you can multiply your money, increase your income, and build wealth buying foreclosure properties directly from banks. Woo. Hey, let me tell you the schedule. Let me tell you what the 5 days encompass. On day 1, I'm going to teach you the 4 questions you need to know to ensure your profit on every note deal that you buy directly from the bank. Again, 4 questions you need to know on day 1 to ensure your profit on every note deal you buy directly from the bank. That's day 1. Day 2, how to analyze bank notes so you can start collecting high interest rates of returns and start making money immediately. How to analyze bank notes so you can start collecting high interest rate returns and start making money immediately. That's day 2. Day 3, how to acquire investment property at a discount from banks using other people's money to fund your note deals instead of using your own money and credit. Wow. How to acquire investment property at a discount from banks using other people's money to fund your note deals instead of your own money and credit. Day 4, it's about Ron. Ron's freaking unbelievable 1,090% return on his investment from buying a foreclosure commercial property directly from the bank. But wait, there's more. Holly's return on her investment was 4,444% ROI. The higher the ROI, the better the deal. Again, day 4, it's about Ron's freaking unbelievable 1,090% return on his investment from buying a foreclosure commercial property directly from the bank. And then we're going to back it up with a 4,444% ROI. Again, the higher the ROI, the better the deal. Day 5, we're going to talk about the 7 exit strategies that will make you a lot of money when you help homeowners facing foreclosure keep their homes instead of losing to the bank. Day 5, the 7 exit strategies that will make you a lot of money when you help homeowners facing foreclosure keep their homes instead of losing them to the banks. Now, the challenge is $17. Has a value of $19.97. Okay? $17 is what this challenge is going to cost you. Now, after that challenge, I'm going to be offering one-to-one coaching. Okay? That coaching consists of 2 calls a week with me, one-on-one, 8 calls a month, 100 calls a year. 100 calls a year. The price is $6,995. Okay? That's unlimited and one-to-one. So what that means is you got unlimited access to my phone for training, coaching, mentoring, and support. 100% access to my personal phone number, $6,995. The next program is $4,995. $4,995. That's a one-to-one, but that's only 2 calls, okay, a week, 8 calls a month, and 100 calls in a year. Then we're going to have $995. That's many to one. That's where I'll come on 2 days a week on a live stream. 2 days a week. 8 calls a month, 100 live streams in a year. There is no one-on-one. I'll just teach and answer questions about how to build wealth, buying from banks, how to build wealth, buying foreclosure properties from banks. That's going to be my launch price. Again, that is going to be my launch price. But since I'm in pre-launch, and I've told you what the prices are, if you've ever had an interest in joining my coaching program, now's the time. At the discounted price. Let me tell you what the price is. I'm looking for five students at $1,495. $1,495. That's a one-to-one with me for a year. You get 2 calls a week, 8 calls a month, 100 calls a year. You have access to my personal phone number so I can help you, coach you, mentor, train you, and support you. After I get the 5 people, the price goes up. It's going up to $29.95. Thereafter, until I launch. So it's $14.95 for the next 5 people. You can call me at 916-470-3869. That's 916-470-3869. Again, for the next 5 people, and once I'm sold out, that's it. The next 5 people, that's a one-to-one. You get 2 calls a week, 8 calls a month, 100 calls in a year. After I got my 5 people, it goes up to $29.95 until I decide to cut it off until launch date. And after that, those prices are gone. I have 50,000 real estate investors in a group that I'm developing this challenge for. And I won't have much time to work with anyone else because I've spent a lot of years getting myself to this point. I put in a lot of time, I've lost a lot of money, made a lot of money, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be where I'm at now. This challenge is a culmination of all my skills and expertise as a real estate investor. My expertise is working with people in foreclosure. My expertise is working with banks. I've worked with hedge funds. I've worked with a bank that had 174 loans that they were trying to sell, and I was trying to flip it to a hedge fund. I also dealt with another bank on trying to buy 10 loans, okay, in bulk. So I put my time in, and I'm telling you, I'm looking around at some of the challenges going on, and I look at, some of the material, and I was like, you know what, Terry Bontemps, man, you got a great program. You need to unleash this on the world so they can see your true skills. So those are my prices. Again, my number is 916-470-3869. What I'm going to do is give you a walkthrough of my Build Your Wealth Challenge webpage. Look at that color. Woo, that's popping. I was so proud when my team built this. And I had to just look and stare at it for a whole day because it was unreal. I've never seen myself portrayed for the person that I want to be and the person I've become as a real estate investor, coach, mentor, speaker, trainer, role model, all of the above, right? So I'm looking at that going, wow, that is so nice. So nice. Let me get rid of this here. Get it out the way. Don't need it. So again, you see that the challenge starts October 5th. And I want to read that headline. I got to go back to the headline. Do you want to make upwards of $40,000 an hour and become the foreclosure expert that banks go to like I've become, like I am? I made $40,000 in 1 hour buying a note from the bank, and that is the curriculum I'm going to teach you from. Okay? The curriculum that I use in the challenge is going to be of an actual deal where I made $40,000 in 1 hour. This is the power of buying notes from banks, buying foreclosure properties directly from banks. Again, Ron, my top student, he made $1.2 million in 1 hour buying a commercial property from the bank, directly from the bank. Simply amazing numbers and amazing ROIs from doing this. I'm one of the rare individuals out of probably there's probably 97, 98, 99% of the real estate investors, they're into wholesaling, fixing and flipping houses like they do on HGTV, or becoming a landlord. 1 or 2% are doing what I'm doing. We're becoming the bank, which is a whole different model that most people have never heard of, and most people know nothing about. Realtors don't even know anything about this niche of real estate that I've gone on to master. I started in 2001. 2001, buying loans from banks during 9/11. Got 19 years in of buying loans from banks. That's where this program comes from. This is not something I'm making up, you guys. This is something I live and I've been doing and I continue to do, and I teach and train people all over the world how this is done. I've been teaching since 2001. I'm skilled, I'm polished, I'm honed, and now I'm unleashing. I'm going to explode and blow up my real estate business with this challenge, and doing it by live stream. Can you see why I'm so excited? Here it goes. Discover how to buy your first or next foreclosure property with no money or credit in the next 5 days or less, even if you're brand new to real estate and you've never done a deal in your life. All from the comfort of your own home. Now, I got to read that again because I have a student. I have a student that's homeless. He's been homeless for 3 years. He's 28 years old, homeless for 3 years. I took him on as a student. We're 6 months into COVID, and just a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, this is August 27th, about a week ago, he gets his first property to flip, and he makes $3,000 with no money and no credit. He had never done a deal before in his life, all from the comfort of his home. He didn't even have to leave his house to make that $3,000. He didn't have to put on a mask. Someone brought him a check. Ladies and gentlemen, that's powerful. Come on, that's powerful. That's the kind of intelligence, that's the kind of intellectual capital that I have with what I do as a teacher. Again, he goes out, he's homeless for 3 years, living in his truck, 28 years old. Can you imagine? Just think about that. And he calls me and says, "Hey, Terry," Mr. Terry is what he calls me. "Hey, Mr. Terry, I just want to tell you what happened to me. I made $3,000. And I had 2 other wholesales working with me. They made $3,000. And I did this with no money. I did it with no credit. I had never done a deal in my life, and I did it from the comfort of my truck. His truck is his home. His home is his truck. Some of you have homes, comfort of your home. He had to do it in the comfort of his truck. Woo, that's the power of my training. That's why I encourage you guys to get on the phone and call me as quick as possible, because this is coming up to the point where I will not be able to offer this type of training at the prices that you can get it at now. And right now is a special time for Terry Bontemps because he's geared. COVID was made for Terry Bontemps. Terry Bontemps was made for COVID. In 2001, the 9/11 bombings, I was doing real estate and buying loans from banks. People were scared to go outside because of the thought the terrorists was going to shoot them and bomb them. We didn't leave our house because we were scared. Everything shut down, just like it is now. 2008, the Great Recession. I was still in the real estate business. The market tanked. I did good because I deal with foreclosures, people in foreclosure, people that have debt, people that are divorcing, and people that have distress. That's me. That's who I am. I help people keep their homes that are facing foreclosure. Whoo! Now here we are, COVID, 6 months into COVID. August 27th, 2020. This market is made for me. Why? Because I know how to deal with people that are dealing with death, divorce, debt and distress. That's COVID-19 2020. It's going to be COVID-19 2021. It's going to be COVID-19 2022. And if you're a real estate investor, you've got to adjust what you're doing right now to fit this market. A lot of you are real estate investors, and you are the we buy houses real estate investor. We buy houses. Right now, when people are dealing with debt, divorce, and distress, they may want to sell, but there are a lot of people that want to keep their house. Terry Bontemps has a program that can help these homeowners keep their house. So if they're looking to keep their house, and you're running your We Buy Houses sign, and I'm running my We Can Help You Keep Your Home sign, if they want to keep their house and they see your We Buy Houses sign and they see my We Can Help You Keep Your Home sign, who do you think those people are going to call? Let's say that's just 30% of the market. Let's say there's 30% of the market that wants to keep their house even though they can't afford it, even though they may have lost their job, even though they've been furloughed, even though they're working 2 or 3 jobs, they're driving Uber, they work at Walmart as a greeter, they work at Starbucks as a barista, and they're driving that Uber again. They still can't afford to pay the bills, keep the home, and send the kids to college. That's financial anxiety. They want their home. They love their home. They're emotionally tied to the home. So you're trying to buy it from them. They're not interested in your conversation, so they give me a call. Now, that's my market. I got 30% of the market. There's another share of the market, let's say 30%, that wants to sell. Guess what? I buy houses also. So when I'm talking to these homeowners and we find out that maybe they can't keep their home because I built a relationship, maybe they'll decide, hey, Terry Bontemps, we built a relationship with you. We know you. We feel like we can trust you. You got all kinds of testimonials from homeowners that you worked with. You're a straight up guy. Maybe we'll just sell you the house. And that's something I'll work on. So again, the program is called, my program, who I am, I'm the Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, also known as the Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Again, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Pretty houses, okay, that you can get from the banks at a discount, something I've been doing since 2001, something I've been teaching all over the world. I've had students in Canada. I've got a student right now in Israel. Okay? I've had students from Uganda, all trying to learn the business of real estate. And right now, during COVID-19 2020, this is a great program. Hey, right here, just go to this, click that video, turn up the volume, and you'll hear me talking with Ron, my student from Detroit that made the $1.2 million in 1 hour from real estate. Come on, y'all. $1.2 million of profit? Have you ever seen anybody else talk about that type of a profit? Right now, I know you guys are probably saying, hey, Terry, that's too good to be true. You sound too slick. All right? No problem. We got to move it on. Next. See, we're looking for somebody like my student that's homeless, living out of his truck that just made $3,000. I guarantee you he's a firm believer that that $1.2 million profit might be something he can make if he can just wrap his head around how it's done, get a mentor to show him how it's done, and he can go to work. Even though he has no money, he's probably thinking of the possibilities. So you got to have some desire and determination. If you don't think it'll work, hey, I agree totally with you. We're not a good fit, and that's okay. I'm looking for people out there that are trying to make their finances better. I'm looking for people that want to get out of debt, pay off that debt. I'm looking for people that want to pay off their 401k loans. Talking to a nurse. She's got $80,000 of student loan debt. She's paying $600 a month. She's 45 years old. She wants to buy a house. She's renting. Got 2 children, single mom. That's the kind of person that needs to get involved in real estate so they can change the financial direction that she's going in. Again, I try to break down the value. Okay? Total value of this is $1,997. You may not see that. Okay? But the value after I get finished teaching and walking you through step by step how I did this, how my students are doing this, doing some case studies, making you work through the numbers so you can improve your finances, hey, that could be well over $1,997. Even if I discounted the $997, it's still a great deal for the information that I'm giving you. Now, information is worthless unless you take action. See, I'm giving you the education, okay, so that you can take some action. You got to take some action because faith without works is dead. Got to take some action. Go out into the field, make it happen so that you can get some results. Get a check. Again, my student that's homeless, living out of his truck. He took the information. Put it into action. Put it into action, and he got the results, which is a $3,000 check. That's how real estate works. Okay? That's how real estate works. Get the education. But here's the next step that most people miss. They don't take the action. They don't take the action to make the money. You got to take the action. Hey, I could be the greatest real estate investor and instructor in the world, which I think I'm in the top. I think I'm in the top 5% of educators right now that's got solid program and results. See, that's what I want, the results. Because if you just look for information, it's easy to just go sit in the library. Go sit in the library. Go sit in Barnes & Noble in the real estate section and just read all the books they got. You're going to be highly educated. You can get a degree in education. I'm not into that. I'm into, hey, taking the action so I can get a result. I want to see a check. I want to see something that's going to change my family's finances. I want to see something that's going to, help me buy a home. If I already have a home, pay that home off. I want something that's going to be able to put some money in my bank account. I want something that's going to be able to allow me to go on a trip, maybe to Hawaii, and have a nice vacation, which my family deserves. I want some money that's going to pay off my automobile loans. That's what I'm looking for. And then guess what? After you got the financial freedom, now you got time freedom. What are you going to do all day? You got time on your hands. As long as you got passive income and you're making money in real estate, guess what? If you're like some people, you go ahead and do more real estate. But I'm financially free. I got time freedom. I try to enjoy my life. So again, hey, you guys got to join the challenge. Look at it. Join the challenge. Build your wealth challenge now. Instant access, okay, to my community in the Facebook, Bank Foreclosure Millionaires Community. Okay? During this 5-day live highly interactive challenge, Bank Foreclosure Millionaire Note Buying Expert. Bank Foreclosure Millionaire Note Buying Expert Terry Bunsen will teach you insider secrets. And they are insider secrets. Insider secrets that I know that most people don't. Okay? And now, they're been never revealed before because we've never had a COVID-19. Okay? COVID-19, the secret is you got to be dealing with people with divorce, debt, distress, and death. And you got to do it on social media. So that's the secret. How to reach that segment of the market. Okay, with marketing that says, hey, my name is Terry Bontemps. I buy houses. I help homeowners in foreclosure keep their home. Give me a call, 916-470-3869. Again, I'm going to be teaching you insider secrets never revealed before. How to profit buying foreclosure properties 30 to 50% below market value. Come on now. I want y'all to understand what I just said. How to profit buying foreclosure properties 30 to 50% below market value. My student Ron had a property that he bought, a commercial property, 1 acre, 70,000 square feet, had a $1.3 million value. $1.3 million value. He bought it for $110,000. He bought the note from the bank for $110,000. The owner signed the deed over to him. That value is incredible. Incredible value. He bought that even for more than 30 to 50%. He probably bought that somewhere in the neighborhood of 90% of the value. I'm sorry, he bought it for 10% of the value. He bought it for 10%. The value is 1.3. He bought it for 10%, which is 130. I'm even a little bit high. He's probably even lower than 10%. He bought the property for maybe 8% of the value. Come on, you guys. And this is not something, this ain't theory. This is not theory. This is what has happened in real estate. How to work directly with the bank. Wow, then I go to my student Holly down here, okay? She made $400,000 from a $9,000 investment in 9 months. Hey, click it. It's there. Listen to her. She'll tell you exactly how the deal went down. She'll tell you exactly what you'll be doing. So again, if you look at this, if you're looking for a quick and easy way to make extra cash without having to put in another 40 plus hours a week at your job you hate, boom, read the information on the right-hand side, you guys. I don't want to read it for you, okay? Again, $400,000 profit. She wholesaled it. That $400,000 deal to a cash buyer. The cash buyer, the value of all those properties was $570,000. My student paid $9,000 to the bank. She sold it for $400,000 to a cash buyer. Bought it for $9,000, sold it for $400,000. So let's just say that's $400,000 of profit. The property's worth $570,000 when she gave it to a cash buyer. She left $170,000 in the cash buyer, so the cash buyer could give her $400,000. The cash buyer was happy with $170,000 of profit, and he gave my student Holly $400,000 for the rights to do that. She wholesaled her note to a cash buyer in only 9 months. Again, you guys got to join the Build Your Wealth Challenge now so you can get access to my Bank Foreclosure Millionaires community. Right here, I'm just explaining who I am, what I've done. Woo! So, right here, click this button, click on the volume, and you're going to hear me playing my house flipping game called Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Bank Foreclosure Millionaire, and I'm going to be discussing how you buy notes and gamify the experience of learning. I don't know of anybody else, you guys. Come on now. I'm going to talk about the percentage again. I think I'm only 1% of all the real estate coaches, mentors, and trainers that has a mobile app to train you. That's real life, like Monopoly, but it uses everything we do in the real estate world. We're doing wholesaling, fix and flip, landlord, note buying, borrowing the capital to fund your deals from money partners, hard money lenders, private lenders. Okay? We're doing wholesaling. We're buying notes and REOs in bulk from banks. We're doing Airbnb and a residential assistant living in a mobile app. Woo, what better way to learn? What better way to learn than sitting in a seminar, listening to a speaker talk for 3 or 4 days, almost putting you to sleep, and you don't remember what you've been taught. In my game, there's a coach and a mentor that's going to teach you, and then you practice. So this puts you right before going out into the real world. This is a business simulator. And this is what my student that was homeless did. He played this game endlessly. Right? That was his entertainment. He didn't have an Xbox. He didn't have a big screen TV. He had his truck and his smartphone. So he put out his smartphone and he started working the numbers. Just like I had taught him. Wow. This is great, you guys. Oh, this is what I really love right here. Here we got testimonials. Okay? Again, on the bottom, click the link. You'll hear me talking to an ambitious 17-year-old that wants to be the next real estate investing mogul. He wants to own duplexes and buildings. Okay. Then my guy Ryan, he made $28,000 in 45 days virtually wholesaling. He didn't see the property. Ryan lives in Washington, D.C., and he's flipping properties in Florida. Never seen them. He makes $28,000 in 45 days. Click it. You can hear him. I don't mind sharing it with you because I want you to see the value of my free. I'm giving you so much value here. That's enough for you to go out and be successful. Matter of fact, I had a student that made $3,000. $2,500 came in which it was $2,500 from just watching my videos. Matter of fact, I got to put that video up here also. Made $2,500 just by watching my videos. Woo! That's powerful, you guys. Boom. How to work with banks, asset managers, and hedge funds to get their off-market foreclosure properties. You got to see that one. Man, let me tell you, I was working with a hedge fund and they gave me proof of funds. Oh my gosh. That's how we found the bank with 174 loans. I'm going to let you watch me go through the process of what it's like to work with big hedge funds, asset managers, big banks. The next video is about a guy in Las Vegas who I helped him keep his home. He was $42,000 behind on his mortgage. I helped him keep his home. I paid that to help him keep his home. I also paid another $18,000 because he got behind again. Click it. That's what I was doing in 2001, and it still works today. And I just want you to see how real Terry Bontemps is. That's why I'm putting this up there, because I know you guys have doubts. I know you guys have apprehensions, but I'm trying to overcome that. And if I can't, all right, I got to move on. But some of you that are on the fence, you're going, wow, Terry Bontemps, that's incredible, man. I see why. You say it's worth $19.97, $29.97, $64.95, and you're going to personally help me go through all this? Because it'll take me a lifetime to learn how to do what you're teaching. Hey, next one is my guy, Darius. Darius killed it, okay? What do you say to banks for instant credibility? Now, Darius was the guy that helped me find those 174 first loans from the bank. Darius is going to tell you exactly the process we went through, how he did it. Oh, man, and guess what? My student in Michigan, I went on a 3-day training. I worked for a real estate guru. He charged her $25,000. I was the guy that went in and trained students and taught them how to do real estate. I went to Michigan for 3 days. When I get there, she's late. Her car breaks down. We're supposed to start at 7 in the morning. She doesn't get there till like 12. I said, all right, what are we working with? How much money you got to market? She said, I ain't got no money, Terry. I spent my last $100 on getting my car fixed. I go, what? I go, what? You have no money to do any marketing? That's okay. That's all right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to train you what to say. We're going to walk into some banks. 5 banks. 5 banks is what we did. We're going to walk into 5 banks. I'm going to do the first one. You're going to do the rest. So I spent 2, 3, 4 hours just trying to get her to smile because she couldn't smile at all. See, she had the personality of a rock. I had to bring it out of her. And boy, by the time I finished that training, I had her smiling and repeating my scripts. And guess what? We went to the first bank. I did it. And guess what? The next 4 banks, one of those banks gave her a $20 million bulk portfolio of REOs and notes. $20 million from the words that came out of her mouth, the education that I gave her in that short period of time. I think we spent the first day just on training. I was kind of scared as we rode to the bank that car was going to break down and keep me stranded in the middle of Michigan. I don't know where I'm at. Hey, but we pulled it off. I did the unimaginable and the unthinkable. I got her trained in a couple of days to get what she wanted. Now, she didn't have that type of money, but guess what? Had another hedge fund I was working with, tried to flip it to them. That deal did not work out, but if we could have flipped it, she would have made 1%, which is $200,000 on a flip fee. Flipping a package, a $20 million package to a hedge fund would have been a $200,000 paycheck. Now, I'm hoping she would have volunteered to give me half that since I did the work, but we didn't get to that point. All right, moving it on. Next person is Holly again. Holly was killing it. Holly here made she increased her net worth, $1.5 million. Okay, in 10 months. She bought 18 notes from the bank. Matter of fact, Holly did so good, you guys. Holly was like, Holly was a female me. She was taking the banker to lunch. And I'm pretty sure that relationship got her those 18 loans so that she can increase her net worth, $1.5 million. Holly borrowed $100,000 from family and friends. Holly had maybe some money, but she borrowed $100,000 to pay for those 18 notes. One deal made her $400,000. She borrowed $100,000 from family and friends. One deal made her $400,000. So what did that amount to? Hey, she could take the $100,000, pay them back, give them some interest. Holly made $300,000 in the clear, and that was only one of 18 notes. She still has 17 notes remaining from borrowing $100,000, getting the education that I was giving her, taking the action that I was telling her about to do, and then boom, she got the results. Okay, one of her deals makes her $2,100 a month. Boy, you guys can all go in here and click all these. You can get highly educated by just being on the outside. Imagine if you came on the inside and let me show you the step by step. Let me show you how to dot the I's and cross the T's, cover every single detail, and then on top of that, let me be there to support you in case you have any questions, but let me be there to support you if you need help on the phone negotiating with the homeowners and negotiating with the banks. That's what a lot of you have a fear of. You have a fear because you got all this education, and then when you get out in the real world, you're just not sure how to put it together. I talked to you guys about my 28-year-old homeless young man. Boom, take a listen. And here's Darius again. I took him to the bankruptcy court. We went to the bankruptcy court to generate leads. I had a guy call me today. He says, how do you get your leads? I said, dude, I'm looking for people that are going through death, debt, divorce, and distress. Death, debt, divorce, and distress. That is my market that I go after. So I did mention debt in that conversation. People that have debt, guess what? They go to bankruptcy court. They go to the bankruptcy court to stop their house from being foreclosed on. That's something that will stop the process. But if a person has too much debt and they got a house and they don't have any income, something happens with that house. Okay, that's what I'm good at. I'm trying to help that homeowner any way I can. Keep the house, sell the house, give me the house. That's what I do. That's my business, okay? That's Mr. Darius. And then we have Annie, okay? Annie was like a realtor. She ain't never heard this before. I showed her some things that realtors don't even know anything about, okay? She's pretty excited about it. Next. And I think we're to the end, okay? Can't remember this young man's name, but he's an internet guy. He was looking at how to do notes and put it on the internet. Peter, I think it is Peter, okay? Don't know what he actually did. And then my next guy, okay, oh man, let me tell you, he was excited because he talked about exploding his business, okay, by doing notes. He had been in real estate, I think, about 10 years. Never heard of notes. I took him in and trained him. Man, he was so fired up. You can hear it in his voice. Click the video, you guys. Click the video. Wow, I just kind of gave you a walkthrough where Terry Bontemps is going. Terry Bontemps is ready to take this on to the next aspect of his life. I've been in real estate 40 years. I've never been more excited about this opportunity, you guys, because I need to let the world know what I have to offer, okay? Because it's good. It's really good, and it works during COVID. It's going to work after COVID also. And again, I'm looking for people that have debt, divorce, and distress. Every day in our lives, there are people that go through circumstance. What I try to do, I try to help them keep their home. I try to buy their home if they want to sell it. If they want to give it away, okay, I'd like to have it also. So there we go, you guys. I'm encouraging you to give me a call before I launch again. On October 5th is the official launch. Right now, prices are about a third, but they're going to be going up higher because I can't teach everybody one-to-one anymore. My schedule is booked. I'm getting calls all day long. I love it. This is what I love doing, but I don't want my life to be consumed by teaching people. I enjoy teaching. I was a karate instructor before I became a real estate instructor. I love teaching kids and adults how to have confidence, how to be in great physical shape. I loved teaching. Teaching makes me a better person. Teaching makes me hone my craft and skills. It's enjoyable, so that's why I do it. But again, I'm not going to do it to stay busy 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Okay? So again, 916-470-3869, 916-470-3869, and this is pretty much what you're going to be seeing from Terry Bontemps up to launch date. Hey, I wish you guys the best. Stay safe. Stay safe. If you got any questions, you know my phone number. Pick up the phone. I answer my phone 95% of the time, even on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. When people call me, they're like, oh, I expected to get an answer machine. I know. But why would I put my phone number out there if I didn't want to answer it? I answer my phone. They go, hey, Terry, it's rare that anybody puts their phone number out. I said, I know, because Terry Bontemps has a different mind. He kind of thinks differently than most. That's why I have this Build Your Wealth Challenge, buying from banks. Not that many people do it. Not many people think like I do. Not saying I'm better, but I just have a different mind, you guys. I've always been cerebral. Always been cerebral. All right. That's it. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Again, be safe. I'm wishing you guys success, wealth, happiness, and prosperity. And I look forward to seeing you on the next call. Have a good one. Take care.
Wow. I had my wallet out. I was getting ready to buy what I was selling. Oh my gosh, man. I just felt like I just went out and ran 20 miles listening to you, Terry Bontemps. Hey, did you guys hear those powerful testimonials of my students' profits? My students are making the most profit per deal. I think I've got the record, but I'm gonna just give myself a little, maybe there's somebody that they're doing better and making more. But I'm gonna be conservative here. My students are making the most profit per deal than 97% of the real estate investors in this country. Come on now, a student that makes $1.2 million in 1 hour, come on, step up. Who can beat that? Come on, bring it to me. Holly's $400,000 profit on a wholesale deal, y'all. She made $400,000 on a wholesale deal. Did you guys hear that? She paid $25,000 for her education. She paid the guru $25,000. The guru paid me to go train Holly for 3 days, teach her what I know, and she comes out of this thing making a $400,000 profit, and her education was $25,000. Come on now, $400,000 profit, $25,000 education. Who would do that deal? I'd do that deal every day, twice on Sunday. Making $400,000 and investing $25,000 in her education? Now, I can't guarantee everybody's going to do that. Holly was different. She was special. Why? Because of her mindset. Because of her mindset. I'm going to tell you what, the money she made, her mom was in a home. Holly was able to have her mom come live with her because of all the money that she made in real estate. She had no money. Holly had no money. She borrowed $100,000 from her friends and family. Get this, y'all. She borrowed $100,000 from her friends and her family. She bought 18 notes from the banks, just like I showed her. With that $100,000, she bought 18 notes from banks. She made $400,000 on one deal. 1 out of 18 made her $400,000. She paid back the $100,000 to her family and friends. She's got $300,000 of profit. And those 17 notes still remaining in her portfolio. And I know for a fact on one of the deals she's making $2,100 a month in cash flow. She increased her net worth $1.5 million in 10 months. Hey guys, I'm going to be real short. I always say that. That means I'm going to be longer. Hey, I still got another call to action. Right now, let me see, here we go. I just got a phone call. I couldn't answer it. Let me see, where is it at? Oh, right here from Georgia. It's from Georgia. It says, good morning, this is Miss Lloyd. I'm very interested in the program that you have presented. I would love to speak to you about it on my phone. In my phone. Here's my number. I'm very interested in the program that you just presented and the fee. I would love to speak to you about it. Definitely want to be one of those 5 calls. She wants to be one of the 5 people that I'm offering right now for $1,495. And that's going to be a 70% discount. Again, when I go to the launch, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be $6,495. Right now, you can get it 70% off. 70% off. Right now, before I launch on October 5th. Come on, you guys got to get it. Okay, I'm going to work with these 150,000 No, 50,000. Get my numbers all messed up. Got Holly's numbers in my head. Got Ryan's 90 in my head. I got my 97%. I got all these numbers in my head. But again, I got 50,000 real estate investors. Once I get in with them, you guys, I don't think I'll be back. I really don't think I'm back. And I'm not just trying to sell this. It's the honest truth. 50,000 real estate investors. Woo, man. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. All right, 70% off. Again, 70%, $14.95. Okay. She left me a number. I couldn't answer because I'm doing this call with you guys. Hey, look forward to speaking to you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye. Woo-wee. I got to make this call, y'all. I will be short right now because somebody's ready to get in. I can't go any longer. It's been wonderful, but it's been good. Y'all have a great day. And you know Terry Bontemps is going to be back. He's going to be excited, ready to go. So if you got any questions, you know the number. Let me give it to you one more time. 916-470-3869. 916-470-3869. I answer on my own phone. I answer my own phone 95% of the time. Hey, you can call me Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, New Year's, Christmas, New Year's. I'm going to answer the phone. And if I don't answer the phone, that means I'm extremely busy. But hey, don't wait that long. Don't wait till those holidays to try to get this discounted price of $1,495 so you can learn how to build wealth buying bank loans. Something I've been doing for 19 years. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I am out. Take care.